What have we got here? Night Quill. Enjoy, bro. Night Quill. From Australia. Crazy. So what have we got here then? Some packaging stuff. Right. Let's get into it. So, Night Quill sent me this. I can't remember what they said exactly, but they said they got some things for me to look at and test. Feels like there's some stickers maybe. Yeah, some little stickers. I've never seen that before. Catman, Night Quill. So, okay. So this is the male cap adapter. Cool. And I think that's... Are these stiff overall? Yeah, they feel stiffer. Right, let me go get some of the original ones that I got from way back. Right, so got a can as well. Shameless plug. West Kent cans if you're in the southeast of England or South London area and you want some cheap spray paint, Cobra HP, DM me on Instagram and I'll give you the best deals I can. So yeah, we'll use that as a little tester. Right, so not to get these confused, I think that's the NY Lowrider. Yeah, I've never seen one before, but it's got the little tabs removed. Cool bit of kit, but I never really use the NY fat caps or Lego caps, but still, it's cool to have one. So I believe, from what I can recall, these should be stiffer, like the black rings that actually clip onto the cap. Yeah, they do feel stiffer, because some of my friends, and it's wider here. That's another thing. Let's compare. Right. So, as you can see, a well-used soft touch Night Quill from way back. These are probably like some of the first that came into the UK, I'm guessing, because I ordered them direct from Australia when they first came on the market. So, right, comparison, side by side. This has got loads of paint on it. Also, when I had this, well, still do, when I was using it initially, it started slipping on the cans, like rotating on the top of the valve system. And one method I used to combat that was to wrap some masking tape around these two bits here, obviously so you don't go over the little tabs on the back. But yeah, that is obviously evidence of these lasting a long time, because I've basically only ever used that one. I've rarely used the other ones. I don't think I've ever used the medium touch. Maybe I have once, and a friend of mine used the what's this one called? Well, it's the hard touch, but it's got a name. Kryptonite. So yeah, barely used them. So yeah, anyway, I believe this stiffer version is so it doesn't rotate as much on the can. This isn't really going to be a fair test because this is really well used. But yeah, still rotates. The thing is as long as it's got a bit of friction and you're not really putting too much side force on, then it shouldn't rotate. But previously it definitely did. Let's grab one of these older versions and have a look. Oh, that actually kind of grips better than the soft touch, but that is very, very well used. But I think the biggest thing, which is one of my friends was talking about this when I painted with him a little while back, was these little tabs on the inside. So this is an original one here. So yeah, you see these little tabs and you can actually see there's a little bit of paint build up there on the inside and it kind of closes the gap. So if you're using a fat cap, kind of like the outer edges catch on here and obviously causes a little bit of a mess on your piece. So yeah, that is actually really cool that they've really cut them back by probably, I don't know, I'm guessing about 3 mil, 4 mil. So yeah, that's actually really cool. I went through a little period where, look at that, the actual difference on the front of the can. It actually makes a massive difference. I'm going to have to try this with a fat cap. Yeah, look at that. If I had a tape measure, do I have a tape measure around here? I don't think I do. I don't know where my tape measure is. Yeah, I could literally measure that. Let's do that, I'll find a tape measure. Oh my god, and a cat has appeared as well. Right, let's do this in the fairest way possible. So This one has got some paint built up on the inside. I could just pull it off, but it's there or thereabouts. Right, so this right from 100mm, really poor light conditions. Sorry, maybe it's better on the GoPro. So that is, I make that about 12mm. So that's the old one, 12mm. I don't know whether this is actually the reason for these new Night Quills. I believe they're just stiffer, but that is definitely different. Maybe it's all supposed to be part of the surprise when I received them. Yeah, it feels like it grips so much better. Yeah. Right, so try and be as accurate as possible. Yeah, Jesus Christ. 21mm, 21mm. So that is literally like 7-8mm difference, if my maths is right, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, which means using a fat cap on these is going to be so much better. So that's really cool. Yeah, so I went through a little period where I stopped using them. I found my little trigger finger here was getting really weak. So yeah, I kind of stopped using them for a little while, and my strength came back really quick. Can control kind of came back to pretty much what it was before. And then I painted on the weekend just gone, and I thought I best start using this soft touch again. So then I've got a fair comparison when I test these out, because I knew they were coming, but I didn't know exactly what they were. So anyway, enough of me rambling on. Right, I'm going to go to my local wall and do a quick piece. Probably just using fat caps, maybe throw up, dub, I don't know. I don't know whether there's anything else that I should obviously be kind of talking about and reviewing. I don't know. I might have to get some NY fat caps, Lego caps, and give these a little whirl. These male cap adapters. Actually, how does this work? I'm lost. I'm really lost. I'm going to have to message Night Quill and ask what these are for. Obviously a male connector, but then how does that work? I don't know, I'm going to have to message him. Right, so I also realised I'm quite stupid. I didn't look at the bottom, but yeah, it's quite clear that there used to be 3 tabs, well there are still 3 tabs on the older ones. So you've got one there, one on the opposite side, and then one in the middle at the back. This one that I've been using a very long time, the one in the middle at the back, has actually snapped off. But you know, still works perfectly fine with just 2 at the front. But the new ones that I've been sent, yeah, you've just got a little gap in the back where there is no tab, and then you've mainly got the lip, the tab here, that catches onto the top of the valve system, is actually running from the very front edges round to, you know, it probably covers quite a big chunk, probably more than 50% of the total circumference of the, if you drew a circle in the middle, that is. So yeah, that's obviously another reason why it grips better. I'm not sure if the material is actually stiffer. I think it's just generally more robust. Yeah, it does look a bit thicker. It's just generally a bit more built up. Don't think it's huge amounts, but it makes all the difference. So yeah, obviously it's not just the strength of the clip that's keeping it nice and fixed on the valve system, it's also friction, I'm guessing. That's probably a big part of it, to get all scientific and engineering on you. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. So, I spoke with Night Quill, not sure exactly who he is. I'd like to know which writer it is. Obviously he's a writer. I've got 2 possible people that it could be, but I'm not going to talk about it on here. You might want to remain anonymous. And I'm probably wrong anyway. But anyway, right, old one, new ones. Right, the features are, so obviously I think I mentioned this is more rigid plastic. It's more high grade, I think was the term used. Obviously we use tape measure and ascertained that this gap is actually wider for incorporating fat caps better, so the spray doesn't touch on the edges, which I think I also mentioned. And the hinges are more, well, they're stronger basically, they're more reinforced. And yeah, the tab on the bottom is also larger, and as Night Quill told me, it kind of requires a different method for putting on and off the valve system, but I believe the trigger is still all the same. So yeah, the reason for them doing this, like uprating it, is obviously you get a better product, but also it should last longer, which means there's less plastic pollution going to the ocean and all that horrible stuff that is going on and spoken about in the media. So what I didn't realise is he's actually provided a yellow Lego cap in the packet, but I didn't fully empty it, so that was sitting in the bottom. And what this black, it's a male, well, black Night Quill here is for male cans. Obviously that goes onto the male valve system on the can, and then yeah, yellow Lego cap or an NY fat cap, New York fat cap, sits in there very nicely. Obviously these aren't very big in the UK. Having a male can, unless you rack your paint, then maybe, or unless you buy all your paint from like a hardware store like Homebase, or I sound American when I use the word hardware, but anyway, yeah, so cool products, but for me personally, I don't think I'll really use it here in the UK. But yeah, cool. But yeah, maybe I will buy some Lego caps, like I said to Night Quill, and have a go with the NY Lowrider, which is obviously the orange trigger where the tabs are missing off the bottom of the Night Quill. And with these ones for conventional caps like we have here on this can of Cobra HP, you've got two little tabs. So yeah, it basically changes the height in which the trigger sits at in relation to the valve system. Actually, I can show you on here, can't I? Full review video. Right, so pull the Lego cap off of there. Try not to spray it inside my house. Right, NY Lowrider sits there, nicely positioned for your finger. Perfect. If you put a more conventional cap on, yeah, it'd sit too low, and then you don't get the same travel on the valve, so you'll never really get the full flow of paint coming out of the can. But yeah, they are definitely so much stiffer. Man, it's going to make a big difference. People are going to like this Night Quill. Right, why did I take the cap off? Right, and then the new one. Yeah, it's having the bigger tab on the bottom. Yeah, is a slightly different method of putting it on and off, but yeah, that just feels so much nicer. And yeah, properly fixed. It worked well with the original ones, just putting a bit of masking tape around, just kind of like reducing the internal diameter here that clamps onto the can. But yeah, that's nice. Cool, looking forward to try it out. So yeah, I've been working from home today. I've got to do a little bit more work, but I should be done soon. Yeah, give me 20 minutes or so, and I'm going to pack up some paint and head to my local wall. I'm going to do something quick. I might just use fat caps to really kind of, well, you probably all know how the Night Quill works anyway, but really test it. Yeah, that's going to be so much better with a fat cap. No paint should touch the edges here. And also the fact that this doesn't rotate anywhere near, well, it just won't rotate by the looks of it. Well, it can, but you really have to push it, unlike the older style, the older version. So yeah, you could probably literally just go around just using fat caps the whole time. For skinny little lines, fat lines, just use a fat cap the whole time. But anyway, right, enough of me rambling on. I've probably spoken enough in this video already. So yeah, finish work, get some paint together, drive to the wall, and I'll see you there. So here we are, under the bridge. Lovely British weather. September and it's raining. But that won't stop us testing the Night Quill. Shit. Alright, Cobra yellow fat cap. I'll just keep it simple. Like I said when I was at home, I'm probably just going to stick to a Cobra yellow fat cap the whole time and see where it goes. See, skinny lines even with a fat cap. So my normal can control isn't good enough to get a skinny line like that with the yellow fat cap. But with the Night Quill it is. And this isn't a paid promotion. Like I said in the video which I did probably a year ago or so. They are really impressive, these things. And no rotation, fat cap on. Nothing touching the inside of the Night Quill, so perfect. Oh, popped off. Night Quill did say to me you really have to make sure it's pushed on so it's properly seated on the valve system. yellow fat cap. Super skinny lines. It does feel so much better than the old one. I'm not just saying that. This isn't a paid promotion, like I probably already said in this video. It just generally feels more sturdy and better than the last one, so the improvements they have made have actually made a difference in my opinion. And speaking to the people at Night Quill, or the individual at Night Quill that I speak to, it's quite obvious that they do their own R&D stringently before they send the products out. I come from an engineering background, and just chatting to them, it sounds, you know, like they know their shizzle. So yeah, really impressed. So I was just going to use a fat cap for the whole piece, simple little single letter thing that I'm painting, but I thought no, I'll switch it up. So yellow banana, skinny cap, give it a go, see what happens. I'm sure it'll be good. I'm using a 600ml can, which is probably higher pressure than the regular 400 cans you get, 400ml cans.
And the tenner from yesterday.
Oh yes, bro, I've got it.
Oh, sweet. That's sick.
Alright, dude.
Were you planning what you drawing? Would you just
Just a letter N, just mucking around.
bring it back? Did you do all this?
No. A bit drippy. Yeah, not perfect, but there we go. That is it for this little review video. I know, not the best little piece, but it was good to get out and try it. I will put it to use in the future, and you can obviously subscribe to this channel if you want to see the pieces in the future where I use it. So if you liked the old Night Quill, the old version, the original version of the Night Quill, you will like this version. I don't know whether it's been released yet. Maybe it's already out there, and it has been for a couple of months and I didn't know. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this video. Subscribe, like this video, drop a comment, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.